Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We bring to your attention a brief presentation of the project Our Resort Town in Turkey. The project is strategically and financially attractive. With this in mind, we share information about it. There are already many investors in this project, and we are sure that you will also find it interesting. First, let us dwell on the strategic attractiveness of the tourism industry in Turkey as a whole. This area is developing very actively, and this is due to the following factors. Tourism ranks second in world trade after crude oil, so the tourism sector has a high potential. World Tourism Organization (UNWTO) ranks tourism as the fastest growing sector for the next 20 years. The climate, location, and economy of Turkey facilitate the development of tourism. Tourism is already a kind of a business card of Turkey, which combines a high level of service and affordable prices. The country has a simplified visa regime, which contributes to the development of inbound tourism. All this suggests that the field of activity and the location of the future facility in Turkey have been chosen correctly. Let's talk about the project in more detail. The purpose of the project is the construction of a resort town on the coast of the Marmara Sea in Turkey. On this slide, you can see the location of the site on the map of this country. Our resort town is in an ecologically clean area. There are no industrial enterprises on the coast, so the soil and water are clean. What else is attractive about this region? First, it is the absence of city fuss. Peace reigns all around, and an incredible number of birds live there, the singing of which does not stop for a minute. This is a true piece of paradise. Let us briefly describe our town. It is planned to build 250 villas, including 100 hotel and 150 private ones, which can be rented out. Infrastructure for recreation and sports will also be provided. Currently, the initial planning of the town is being coordinated, and it will be presented after approval by government agencies, including the number of villas. The project investors are individuals and legal entities from Turkey and other countries of the world. They can take part in the construction of the facility, the supply of materials and technologies, including innovative ones. The start of construction is scheduled for the second quarter of 2023. Let us dwell in more detail on the land plot and the adjacent infrastructure. As can be seen on the map, the site is located near the city of Armutlu in the province of Yalova. It also indicates the places where a beach and hot thermal springs are located. The city beach of Armutlu is also marked. Delivery of hotel guests to the beach, as well as tourist groups to hot springs, will be organized by our own transport. The ferry departure point is marked on the map. And this is what the map looks like in real life. For clarity, the location of the site and the beach are also indicated. The contract for the purchase of land was concluded on the 1st of October 2022. The area of the plot is 120,100 square meters. The cadastral number of the plot is 797/27. The distance from the site to the sea is about 1.5 kilometers. As already mentioned, the delivery of the guests of the town to the beach will be organized by the hotel's own transport. Now let's talk about the beach. There is an agreement with the local authorities on the allocation of a separate plot of 2,700 square meters for our own beach in the town. The beach infrastructure will include sun loungers, umbrellas, cafes, catering terraces, and water sports equipment. Armutlu region is unique. It has been known for its hot springs since Byzantine times. According to legend, the royal daughter Amodis was treated for wounds here. Bathing in such sources has a therapeutic effect on the skin, joints, immunity, the functioning of the central nervous system, heart and blood vessels. Near the city of Armutlu, there are several hot springs previously shown on the map. Moreover, the Armutlu region was a favorite vacation spot for Kemal Atatürk. Tourist attractions are not far from our town as well. The main one is Istanbul. Excursions will be organized to this wonderful city for guests of the town by ferry, the distance by sea being only 56 kilometers. From Armutlu to Istanbul, the trip will take from 1.5 to the European part to 2 hours to the Asian part of the city. The distance from our town to the place of departure of the ferry to Armutlu is about 2 kilometers. Delivery of tourist groups from the town to the ferry will be carried out by the company's transport. The peculiarity of Istanbul is that the city is located simultaneously in Europe and Asia and is divided into 2 parts by the Bosphorus. At the same time, Istanbul has a very rich cultural and historical heritage, dating back to the times of the Roman Empire and Byzantium. The city has many museums, cafes, restaurants, bazaars, and shops. Here, everyone can find something to their taste. We will now give you an overview of the building style of the town. Its main part is the hotel villas, which will look like this. They're different in size. And this is how the interiors of hotel villas will look like. Private villas that will be available for purchase are shown here. They're made of high-quality, eco-friendly materials, considering the wishes of customers. There are several projects of private villas that will be offered to buyers. Some of them are presented in this slideshow. Villas located next to the pools will also be offered. Examples of such villas are presented in this slideshow. And here are the luxury villas. Finally, we present to your attention special project villas, which are planned to be in our town. A conference hall and a restaurant are planned in the town. It is envisaged that the infrastructure of the hotel will be organically integrated in the general style of building the town. Along with villas for living in our town, infrastructure for recreation will also be provided. It is planned to place shops, cafes, a spa center, and other facilities on its territory. To maintain a single building style for these objects, villas of the same manufacturers will be used, which will organically fit into an integrated concept of the project. Playgrounds and other facilities will be provided for the comfort of the guests of the town. The necessary sports infrastructure will be planned in the town: sports grounds, exercise equipment, and a zip line. Finally, the beach will provide all kinds of infrastructure for water sports: water skiing, parasailing, banana, scuba gear, and more. Special attention will be paid to environmental friendliness. First, our town is located in an ecologically clean place. Moreover, only environmentally friendly materials and green technologies will be used in its construction. It is also planned to introduce innovative solutions that will make it possible to take care of nature and the environment. Thus, guests of the town will feel a true unity with nature. This slide shows the timetable for the implementation of our project. A phased commissioning of the town is envisaged. The project includes 3 stages. Stage 0, pre-investment stage. Phase 1, for the construction of 100 hotel villas and 75 private villas in 2023-24. Stage 2, involving the construction of the remaining 75 private villas in the first half of 2025. At the same time, the operation of the town is provided from the moment of completion of Stage 1 until the beginning of winter. That is, the first income from the project will be received as early as 2024. Let us briefly describe the financial model of our project. The model for investors is calculated in US dollars. Although the financial model itself is confidential, we would like to disclose the main approaches used in its development. Thus, the financial model of the project provides for income from the following areas: hotel activities, subleasing of private villas, income from infrastructure for recreation and sports. The sale of private villas will make it possible to fully finance the construction of the hotel, part of the infrastructure, and to achieve a payback for the project. The model considers the legislation and local features of the tourism market in Turkey, as well as the annual inflation and incremental occupancy growth. Finally, let's briefly dwell on the financial performance of our project. The amount of investment will be about $50 million, while the purchase and improvement of the site will account for 26%, the design and construction 56%, equipping the hotel and villas 15%, miscellaneous 3%. Funding sources will be funds from the sale of private villas and private investment to build infrastructure. The payback period of the project will be 4 years, while it may be less in the case of an early sale of villas. The estimated return on investment is about 26% per annum in foreign currency, which is significantly higher than the return on investment in many traditional business areas. Thus, the project is financially attractive. Now let's focus on the risk assessment of the project. In general, we assess its level as average. It should be noted that the risk of hotel closures due to the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2023 has become much less significant than in 2020-2021. The political situation in Turkey is stable, which also reduces the risks of the project. However, you should always remember that any investment involves risks and personal responsibility. Before investing in any project, you need to study it yourself. The decision to invest in it should be made independently and consciously. At the same time, when investing, there is no place for inflated expectations. Please keep this in mind when deciding whether to invest in our resort town project. Finally, let's look at the main factors that make our resort town project in Turkey attractive to investors. It is, first, the following. Dividend income. Depending on the amount of invested funds and the timing of their payment, the following discounts may be provided to project investors. For hotel accommodation, from 5 to 40%. For the purchase of private villas, from 5 to 15%. Other types of discounts by decision of the board of directors. It also provides for the possibility of receiving income from the provision of villas for rent and the possibility of monthly sales from 2 to 10% of the number of personal investments, the capitalization of which is growing. This opportunity will be provided only after the start of construction of the town and according to an agreed schedule. Thus, investing in a resort town will allow you to improve the quality of life as well as provide you with a stable passive income. Many have already invested in this project because they consider it interesting in every sense. We are sure that now you have much more information about why the resort town project in Turkey is attractive and why it is interesting from the point of view of investment. If you have any questions after the presentation, please address them to the partner who sent it to you or contact the administrators of groups in our social networks. This slide also shows the details and contacts of the company RSWTR Investment AS, which is implementing the project of our resort town in Turkey. Please note that this company has been on the market for a long time, operating since 2016. Join our project.